I love that. I love that. Thank you, leaders. Thank you very much. So today it's gonna be a short session as always. But I believe at the end of the day, you would take some information for yourself, or if you can take few things for yourself, that would be amazing. So with that being said, let's get started. Let's get started, and I'm excited for the month of May. Looking forward to putting in the effort, putting in the work for the month of May. It has been so far the month looked promising, and I hope it also looks promising on your side as well. Um, so with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about this. So today's topic that I wanted to talk about is known as lessons learned. I just want to talk about lessons learned. This is one of the key things when it has to come to building a business or even any other thing, not only business, but your personal life. But in this context, I want to focus on the business side of things. Like, what is it that you are doing? Are you learning from your mistakes? Are you trying to improve on your mistakes, not to repeat them? Or are you someone that's repetitively always seeing or maybe coming across the same hurdle blocks or something that's always causing you not to excel in your business? Because, ladies and gentlemen, most of us, not most of us, but sometimes you can end up putting in so much effort. You might end up putting in so much work, but you never see results. Or the outcome is just the same. You don't see the results that you want, and it can be a result of you doing the same thing over and over that is not working while expecting different results. So that's why I want to talk about lessons learned. The month of April has passed. There's nothing that we can do to change the outcome of the month of April, but definitely there's something that we can do to change all that in the month of May. So it's always important, as much as we have been talking about doing volume mapping, planning the month. It's okay, but it's also much important or equally important to look into the lessons learned for the month of April, reflecting back on the month of April to see, okay, what is it that didn't work for me? So there's only 2 points that I want to cover under this topic, and I believe there's a lot more that we can talk about when we have to come to lessons learned, and how is it that you can apply it, and how is it that you can also change few things about it. So the first thing that I want to talk about is, when it comes to lessons learned itself, is like, the first thing is like, you need to collect enough data. So what I mean by with this is, you need to see, okay, what is it that you have been doing for the month of April? What is it that all the activities that you might have been doing, all the encounters that you might be having, the one-on-one sessions, the team trainings, anything that you are doing regarding your business, just to see, okay, what is it that what was the outcome of these results? What was the outcome of this prospecting? Or what was the outcome of me doing this activity? So you need to collect enough data so that at the end of the day, you know what is it that you're working with. So that is why in our line of business, and I've learned this upon joining this business, is that you need to keep track of everything. You need to keep track of everything, just as much as you are evaluating your goals, your targets for the specific month. You also need to look into, okay, am I doing everything right? Okay, is this working or is this not working? Because sometimes you might be doing something over and over again, but just because of you not trying to avoid the mistakes, or trying to accept that you don't actually necessarily is doing it the right way, might result into you always seeing the results that you don't want. So collect enough data. And after you have collected enough data, then the most important will be now to see and analyze it, to see, okay, what is it that I need to do to change all this? Fine, this is what I did and it did not work. So let me try to attack it, or let me try to readjust it into this way. So you can do this with your team, or you can do this on a personal level as well. So it will be much beneficial on both platforms, whereby you are doing it with your team, which will be an eye opener for your downliners as well, or for your team to see, okay, this might have not worked last month. I tried to do it my own way. But if you still have a mentor, if you still have an upliner, or if you still have a business partner in this business that's willing to help you, always go back to them and seek for advice, seek for knowledge, and see, okay, what is it that you are doing in your business that is working for you? So try to seek mentorship, try to seek or try to see, look at the success footprints, because I always believe success leaves clues, so you don't have to start from scratch in terms of you trying to figure everything out. So collect enough data that's going to help you see or evaluate your business to say, okay, this is now where I am, and this is what I've been doing that might not be working now, because we all know technology and everything is evolving. So if you are not going to evolve with your business, then unfortunately you will be left behind. Many of us, or many of our parents, did not use or make use of social media back in the days, but now we are making use of social media. So there's no way that you can do business without you saying you are not a fan of social media, or you don't want to do your business on social media. It is forcing us to do our business on social media. So those are the few things that you need to look into. And you also need to, okay, this I didn't know last month, so let me try to learn what I didn't know last month, because everything that you don't know can be learned, ladies and gentlemen. So whatever hasn't been going right last month can be rectified this month. But the only thing would be after, or only way that it's going to be possible is by you sitting down and analyzing it, and by you sitting down and say, okay, no, I need to go out there, I need to seek knowledge, I need to improve on my selling skills. I believe if you are struggling to talk with people one-on-one in terms of sales, you can always attend, or not attend, but always go through our product trainings on YouTube, and you can learn more about the product, so that you know what are the right things that you need to say when you have to approach a client. So these are all possible, that will only be possible if you have to sit down and analyze, to say, okay, why is it that I approach, sometimes we approach customers, and you talk with them, and they are so attentive, they are listening to what you are saying, they are engaging in what you are saying, but you will end up not making a sale. And you might be thinking that, but I said all the right things. Yes, but there might be one key thing that you might, because sometimes people, or not sometimes, but most of the times when customers buy, they buy through them relating with what you're saying. They buy through them getting that connection. So you might be just pouring them with a lot of information without getting to the point of how this product might be benefiting them on a personal level. So that is few things that you need to look at. Okay, why is it that I didn't make a sale? What was it that I was saying? What is it that I didn't say? Because most of our products have that key feature that you can always mention, but it might be that you are always missing it. But that is just an example that I'm taking, ladies and gentlemen. So the key thing is try to look for things that haven't been going right. Try to analyze it. Okay, I tried to advertise my business activity this way, it didn't work. How can I advertise it the next time on a better scale, so that I can see many people attending my business presentation? How is it the platforms that I'm using, am I using them right? Can I perhaps spend 10 minutes of my day on YouTube just to learn about how to run ads? Or am I going to spend 10 minutes of my day just on YouTube to learn about how to do proper posting? Because all this information is free out there. Or am I going to go back to the person that has been doing so good and seek for advice? So, ladies and gentlemen, that is what we need to also learn and do early in this month of May. Look back at our lessons, learn, what are the few things that I can take from month of April that I can implement in the month of May, but on a better way, or in a better way that's going to help me see the results that I do want to see. Most of the times, if we have to run ads, especially on Instagram and Facebook, what we are doing is we normally just press the boost button, And after that, after those 3-4 days, we might get some couple of clicks, couple of leads, but that is not the most efficient way to run ads, you know. But definitely it's something that you can learn, you know. But just so those are the few things that I'm referring to. So just spend some few minutes of your day every day, as well, as much as you are also doing other things, to learn and to get more knowledge, so that you can how can I say, learn what you didn't know, so to see better results at the end of the day. So that is what I wanted to share with you this morning. There's couple of more points that one can talk about in terms or under the topic lessons learned. But I believe, you know, these are the most two key ones that one can have. You know, you need to have data in order for you to analyze it. And in order for you to analyze something, you need to have data. So those are the few things that we as leaders sometimes don't do. But I would advise, if this is something that you can do with your team, it can also be an eye opener for them as well, to see, okay, no, this might have not been working for me. Because I believe, ladies and gentlemen, if we have to work together as a team for this year or for this month specifically, that we're going to end up seeing the results that we all want. Or let me say, we're going to start seeing progress in our businesses. You know, baby steps is what is important, rather than you being stagnant and rather than you trying to figure out everything on your own. It's good to always be a self-starter, always trying to show up for your business, because all we know is that, you know, our business is our responsibility. It's no one's responsibility. But at the same time, you, if you have to also try to work with the team to say, okay, because your lessons learned, let me say, by doing that, you might be learning from your next business partner as well, because their lessons learned might be something that can be a breakthrough for your business as well. So that is why I was saying it's good to have it on a team session, so that you can have a lot of points as well and see, okay, oh, so this is also something that they have been trying, or that I can also try in my business as well. So those are the few things that I prepared for you this morning. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, you know, let's go out there. Let's have also, at least we can have this lessons learned kind of a session every beginning of the month, or second week of the month, just to see what is it that our different leaders or your different partners are facing, and how is it that they are always overcoming them, and how it can also be beneficial for you. So with that being said, I believe and I trust you got value out of this. I believe you got some 1 or 2 points out of this, and I believe it will help you prosper in your business. So that is the short session or short preparation that I've done for you this morning. We can look into, because currently what I'm doing is I'm currently collecting around about 15 to 20 new leads on LinkedIn. And if I have to look back on my journey on LinkedIn, I can say that, you know, it has been because of the work I've been putting in since beginning of the year, that now that I'm seeing the results, now I know how to maneuver things. Now I know how to approach people on LinkedIn, and that has helped me to collect 15 to 20 new leads every day. And this is, I'm talking about numbers, email addresses, and me having conversations with the people. And that's the one thing that I've learned. So it's just a testimony that you can learn every day. And there isn't a day that's passing by without me getting new numbers on LinkedIn. So that is the one thing that we need to do, ladies and gentlemen. We can have another session if you want me to have a session on LinkedIn and to show you how you can grow very fast on LinkedIn. I can have a training like that to help each and every leader to also start collecting leads for themselves. So that is what I prepared this morning, ladies and gentlemen. I really do appreciate all of you that have woke up early just to be part of this session. You know, it says a lot. You are already a winner by locking in for the session. So thank you very much. I really do appreciate each and every one. Let's go out there. Let's crush it, and let's make a success for the month of May. Thank you very much, leaders. So the platform would be open now. If you have any comments, if you have any something that you would like to add to what I've been discussing today, please feel free to share your insights. We will appreciate that. Awesome, awesome. I see leaders are saying they would like the training for LinkedIn. Not a problem. I will do that on my next session. I have a couple of sessions in the month of May. I will see on which day I can squeeze that in, and I can share that with you. Few tips in terms of when it has to come to LinkedIn. Awesome, awesome. I'm glad that you got value out of that. But I always say also, ladies and gentlemen, knowledge is useless unless you implement it. So let's try to implement what we have learned this session in our businesses. Let's try to implement the new things that we are learning in our businesses. And let's not be afraid, guys. Let's not be afraid to implement new stuff in our business. Let's not be afraid to redesign couple of slides to put it on the internet, because you putting new content out there is what's going to help your business grow, rather than you just copying and pasting the same information that people have been seeing all around. Try to be different. Try to take the same picture and just crop out the person in the picture and put your face on that slide and put it out there. It's something new, ladies and gentlemen. So thank you very much. I'm happy that you got value out of it, and I will definitely add the LinkedIn training as well. Okay, awesome, awesome, leaders. I'm happy that you got value. Any comments? If you want to add something, you can unmute yourself. Otherwise, you can write it in the comments. Any questions? Okay. I'm glad, guys, that you got value out of it. So let's go out there, let's crush the month, and let's go out and see the results, work for the results that we want. Thank you very much. So if there are no more questions, guys, we can go out there and we can start crushing the day. I will stop sharing now and we can adjourn. Over